Some nature corn. Okay. There you go. We're back. We are back, baby. I want to. Don't want you crying. Welcome to our show. Everyone was having a wonderful day on this glorious after charge the tower. 14th February 2025. Cops, police, ambulance. I'm trying to know them. Today we're starting the evening because this is our evening videos with our tower talk. So, I made a mistake. We have some great news to start with the tower talk. So the tower talk, the first thing I want to talk about is that we have a great new mod for health. So the mod we have right now is 20% health regen, but we have one with 20% health regen and plus 1% health. So I'm going to do that. And for the cannon, right now the cannon we have 2 meter attack range. We have time plus 2 time attack speed. We're going to trade it for critical factor, and we're going to trade it for bound shot chance because this is better. Right now, we got some great news for you guys. We're doing the same thing that we were doing. So this is more about Resistance Reborn than anything else right now. So with the whole thing that we're doing, so basically we have our orbs, and I have the shockwave frequency and size to the max. Before, right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do a tier 2, and that way with a tier 2 I'm able to get much more. I'm able to get much more. Well, coin, first of all, that's not the big part of it. The big part of it is I want to get perks. I'm surprised at how little, and I do mean how little, we're gonna get for. I haven't done tier 2 in so long. I'm definitely beating that 100 for sure. The question is just how far can I go, right? With the tier 1, we're doing 100. Now here's the thing: tier 2 should be doing okay because if tier 2 allows elite from 500, then if I get a vampire, the people that kill me most. We drew some cards. Got some pretty good cards. We got what? We got Wave Skip, which is incredible. We got extra orbs. We got Plasma Cannon. We got Energy Nets. We're gonna be using Wave Skip, and I'm gonna be trading soon free upgrade for extra orbs because extra orbs are my favorites. And in the beginning, what we're gonna do is we're focusing on 2 things: Shockwave and orbs. Shockwave is gonna push towards the orbs, and the orbs gonna take care of everything. Now, for the rest, we have our tournament results. We also have the wonderful guild. You see, this is insane. Usually, I do my videos much later than this, so this is kind of nice. Okay, cool. That's my phone. BH range duration, chance. Okay, chain lightning damage. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the reward for the tournaments. We finished at rank 23 and platinum, which was horrible. However, I've gotta say, the still 50 stone, which is pretty good. The condition, the heat level, were versus my gameplay all around. And platinum, we finished in rank 20. So even though shield we did so much better thanks to this, we just ended up 2 space in front of it, on top of it. So still 50 and 125 gems. Now for the moment of truth, the moment you've been waiting for, the crown. How do we do with the crown? The crown, I'm telling you, since we're at 2.53 Bs, what I'm gonna start doing with the crown, I'm gonna start doing some enhancements, more than just focusing on the lab with enhancement. Now I'm gonna get I think it's orb 7, I'm not sure. Rank 19, 290 stones. I feel like this is good. And sadly, Resistance Reborn, which we did horrible. Resistance Reborn, however, we're moving forward pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. I love that sound. We did the most horrible 24. Now, here's the good news. There's another person that partake. and we beat him because he did 7. We're gonna have 40 gem and 12 stone. Now I'm gonna be a dumbass because I'm gonna be doing 2. With Wave Accelerator. Oh, this is huge. This is a good card. I got common. Fortress is now level 2, which is great. Wave Accelerator is humongous. Humongous. So I'm gonna start using, because now we have Wave Skiff, we have Imbalance. I'm gonna have Wave Accelerator because our speed is not great. So this is very, very good. The reason why we're buying cards right now is because, as stupid as it is, card is possibly the worst but the best investment possible. So for example, if you have a quest for nukes, you have the nukes. If you have a quest for death ray, we have the death ray. If we have a quest for landmine stun, we have the landmine stun, right? We don't have what it takes to equip it. But as long as I'm gonna have these cards, it'll be good, and I'm super lucky because what I have are super, super good. Like for example, right now it's a big, big, big problem that I don't have enough space. We had how much? Parasol at the 18, I'm gonna be doing a couple level, but Golden Tower already almost done leveling up. So what I'm gonna do, like I said, 50 stone to upgrade. So the next weapon takes 50 stone to do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the 3 star stats. So bonus, cooldown, and duration. I'm gonna take them to 50. So technically speaking, duration is at 48 right now. It's not 50, but I'll say it's 50. I don't mind for 2, right? And then we'll buy the ultimate weapon. Now the next ultimate weapon is 150, and 150 will upgrade every single subset times 3 to 150. Now what we'll do is I'll level up some things. Because for example right now we have the vampire. We're destroying us. We're nowhere near unlocking it, but a simple death wave would be to do the job. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, love you guys, take it easy. Peace. Thank you for watching these. I know I'm doing them a lot, but this game is really meaningful to us. I don't think I'm going to really finish the event, but at the same time, try my best, you know? All I could do was try, and all we did was try. Anyway, love you guys, take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your brain. Welcome to the show. It's been watched having a wonderful day on this glorious 14 September 2005. Today is one of those cringy videos, one of those super, super, super cringy videos. Before yesterday we did a video about Falling in Reverse. Yesterday we did a video about Hollywood Undead. I have 3 days to finish watching, which is not true because we have 2 days now. Finish watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We're nowhere near this. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to try to do it as far as possible, but I don't think so. Long story short, speaking very fast, just to say, because we spoke about Hollywood Undead and reminding myself of the song, because we spoke about Falling in Reverse and reminding ourselves of the song. Yesterday I spent the whole night listening to old music that I listened to. So music that I listened to 10 years ago, 13 years ago, because I was becoming a man, you know? And this was meaningful to me. My 20s, my early 20s were more meaningful in my development than my late 20s, you know? So yeah, so we started listening to these, and it was a surprise by how much, I remember them. I still knew them by heart. I was listening to Spring Break Anthem, and Spring Break Anthem is a song from Lonely Island. Again, we're watching B99, right? So it's kind of insane, and I knew the song by heart, and it was surprising because the song is funny. So I'm knowing by heart, and I'm singing it, but I'm also laughing because it is funny, you know. So yeah, it really made me laugh. Now the principle of this video is it was just amazing by how much these songs still meant to me. You know, I'm gonna be completely honest. Making content is my dream. Can I tell you what video that I made yesterday? All of them? No. Can I tell you what video that I made the day before? All of them? No. Can I tell you what I ate 2 years ago? No. Which is not true because we ate sausage. How do I know? I like food. As simple as this. I wish it was a more meaningful reason, but no, there's not. So all of this to say, okay, so I go in, and I see the song. It's not only how, it's not only, yesterday was such a transformative event for me, such a something so incredible and so many sense. So the first thing I did was the music, right? It was remembering all of those lyrics, remembering music. I'm supposed to be the one singing for the girl who reaches sing you home, sing you home. And we're back, and of course, by leaving, we just died, which is, oof, it's not cool, but hey, that's life. That's life. We just avoided a bit of drama. Drama about what? Don't worry about it. It's all good. My friends. So, yesterday was such a life changing experience because it was music that I listened to when I was younger, so they had a meaning to me, even if it was only nostalgic. But it was, we went through so much more in the last 10 years like I did my whole life, you know. So I'm like, okay, well, some of those lyrics I do understand even more, which is kind of super important. People streaming, dude. So sick to see people streaming. Very respectful. Like for example, this morning, oh my god, going into a rent, a rent inc. Just somebody this morning had a grocery, what should we call it? A grocery trolley. I don't know what you call it. A grocery cart, yeah. And the grocery cart just bugged me because they're like, dude, you're stealing from a grocery store cart. But to come back to it, it was those songs that had a nostalgic beat to it, but I knew what they meant. It was something that was so important to me. It was something that was so meaningful to me because, again, it was a question of I understand this now. I've been through this, right? When I was listening to them at 18 years old, I had no idea what love was. I had no idea how much a heartbreak would make you suffer, you know? And then we started listening to them, and it was so meaningful. But think about Ugly Dead, but also Falling Reverse. These songs meant so much to me, and you know, with Falling Reverse, I was going through a lot listening to it. So the difference between this and Other Than Dead wasn't that much. But just apart from these two bands, the music, how much it evolves. But it doesn't evolve because it's the same piece of content. It evolves because your understanding of said piece of content evolves itself. So your understanding, your relatability with the song is different because your relatability with the song is different then you're different in itself, which I thought was phenomenal. I thought was a mind blowing because you don't really think about it, you know. There's this really cringe stuff, which is listening to a song now do you understand what you mean? But people are right about that. It's a completely different story. It's a completely different story, and you know I'm just grateful that I grew up with these and I still get to listen to these. You know, to me it was mind blowing and the craziest thing that happened was I had a friend, Cathy, at Quebec. She went to see Falling Reverse to see Other Than Dead, which to me was mind blowing, you know. But that's the way it is, and it was such a good time yesterday. Remembering yourself, having songs that make you laugh. We were listening to Mother Lover, which is not supposed to be the most meaningful song, but makes you laugh. Spring Break Anthem. You watch Real Bros Simi Valley, which we did yesterday, and then you watch Spring Break Anthem, and it's just the funniest thing that you ever listen to because it's dumb. It's not supposed to make sense, but at the same time, it does make sense. So, like, wow, you know, wow. And then even though you're not aware of the situation because it's not your reality, you're still aware of the fact. For example, Spring Break Anthem is about douchebags, right? And Simi Valley is people that make fun of douchebags. So it was just like an experience together, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. Just growing up, how much you remember these songs, how much they mean to you. It's a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, you should begin. Welcome to our show because it's very doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this glorious, and I do mean glorious day of the 14th of September 25. Bit of a raspy voice. We sang the whole night yesterday. We're gonna do some Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Now, I gotta say, today is the 14th. The show leaves on the 16th, which means that I have 2 whole day to watch it. Do I think that I can watch 6 seasons in 2 days? I don't think I can. I'll be completely honest, I don't think I can. So here's the good news and here's the bad news. But the good news and before. So the good news here is the fact that I work well under pressure. You know, I was cocky. I was a fool thinking that I was gonna be able to do everything, but because you were a fool, it's a very humbling experience. You know, do you watch a show because you don't have time, or do I get to watch a show as much as I can and recap as much as I can? And I think the answer is both. I think the answer is little A. I get to watch it as much as I want, and get as much as I can, right? If I finish it, oh yeah. If I don't finish it, well, that's life, right? So without further ado, let's continue. As I recall, we watched a couple of episodes, and it was so good. It was so good. We stopped at the Will Linetti wedding, which was honestly like a little bit of a disappointing episode, but still, because you're expecting amazing comedy. It's one of those shows that you can make, you know. So yes. Okay, so we are at where? We are at on break. Enemy for Life. I don't know which one it is. Enemy for Life. Yeah, because you see, this is in French, so you have to remember what it is. Yep, it's on break. Yeah. Yeah. So we have something that is super funny. We have a cold opening, which is Jake giving up the relationship. Enemy for Life, which is the wedding of the Boils and Linetti. You see, they tell you in French. They don't really tell you at. Oh, I am so sorry. This is not it. I watched 6 episodes today, and I get them mixed up. So Enemy for Life. So you have the care package, which is Jake bringing this stuff back to Sophia. Remember that Sophia with his lawyer girlfriend. Thank you so much for reminding me. Like having a lawyer girlfriend. You betrayed the whole 9-9, but it's okay. That's for another episode. That's for another show. So in this one, it's kind of funny because he misses her, right? And he's trying as much as he can. And this is kind of the first time you can tell that that Peralta isn't super used to being rejected. Right? So there you go. So they have a drill, which is something that's super important. Now, what is the coolest thing is the season 1 training camp, and they made it better. They made the federal training camp, which is a good thing because it is the season 1, the same plot. However, it's a completely different thing. Season 1 was Jake wanted to go out with Amy. Season 2 is Jake wanting to get back with Sophia, which are both about love, I guess. But it's a step above, which is super, super freaking cool. I'd say the MVP of this episode is Charles Boyles. And when Charles Boyle is the MVP, we all rejoice. Can I hear you say we all rejoice? We all rejoice.
Well, last time you watched Saturday, you watched cartoons the entire time. Well, that's what work this out and get back to you. Sorry. All the people requested to have this Saturday off, but I need one of you to work.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. So, Rosa and Amy requested to have Saturday off, which is super cool because they said, "Oh, we have this reason for that. We have this reason for this," which is great. Which is great because you realize just and as much as it's about Charles and Jake, it's also about Amy and Rosa. Amy and Rosa form this bond, which is super cool. So Amy wants this. She wants this day off, and it is super nice because Amy reason isn't as good as Rosa's reason. But Rosa's reason only is good when you understand what's going on. So she says that she has to go supper with her family, and then Amy's like, yeah, but you ate your family, so just give me the Saturday off. And now Rosa is like, no, 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 I really need Saturday. And then we learn that she wants to present Marcus to the parents, so she means she likes him, right? Which is super cool. Next up, Jake comes back with the sex date joke. Oh my god, this is such a good episode. This is such a good episode. Gina and Old, Gina is bored. Now, what I kind of don't like here is you're repeating two plots in one episode. So is the whole crazy cupcake again a bit different? So basically what you're doing is there is a side test online where you can say, okay, well, what type of personality you are. And then Gina and Old get the same thing, which is kind of sad because Old will be offended at that. Gina is happy that they have both, and Old will be offended at that. Because Old get offended at that, he's going to try to sabotage Gina to prove that she is not on his level. And so we have this squad. Jake gets into a fight with Nick Kroll himself. Nick Kroll is the ultimate douchebag, but Jake acts like a hotshot when in grade. See, in the police, this is one of the worst thing. It doesn't matter how good of a police officer you are, right? It's all about rank. If your rank doesn't mean shit, then you don't mean shit. Lo and behold, so from what I understand, am I a cop now? Do I understand the cops' politics? No. Am I gonna pronounce myself on it? Absolutely. So because Jake and Nick Kroll got into it, Nick Kroll was like, "Yo, you're the hostage," which is cool because we learned in the last training camp how they treat the perps. So the roles are reversed, how the mighty have fallen. But Boyles is sad because they spend the whole day attached to a chair. And the whole day Jake is thinking about Sophia and how much she missed him and how much she didn't text him. So Charles like, yeah, let's fucking do it. And what happened is they get free. And because they get free, Jake is not able to think about it, you know? And that's typical. Because Jake thinks about it. And then even then if they win, Charles as like a freaking leader, and he says, "Hey, Jake, are you down for taking that douchebag Kroll out? Amy, Rosa, your score are equal. Are you down to make it not equal?" So he's motivating the troops, which is, I gotta say, I did not see that. You have a thing called hostage. You take out the stage and it's hoes, which is super funny. Jake gets in trouble, which is perfect because we learn of Charles. The best joke of the episode is Charles had a dog called Molly, which was his first dog, and Jake's making fun of her because she's dead. She's like, "Oh, she's in hell, she's in hell, she's in hell." And Charles like, no, she was a good puppy. She's in heaven, she's in dog heaven. Which reminds me of a movie, All Dogs Dies in Heaven. We have a score, which is Rosa and Amy, the one that has the most points, the one that has the most like win. Saturday off. Now we have Cruz that comes in, and Cruz is like, yo, he's very thankful because this is a huge opportunity for the precincts, because what he does is like Homeland Security, FBI, and then NYPD, which again with the ranking is lower. I got no voice, I think, the whole night yesterday. But karaoke in my apartment alone. Is it sad? No, it's pretty cool. It's gangster. So Terry's like, yo, we're so thankful that you have us for your trial. But then they call the cops fat, and then Terry gets mad. And Terry, it's so funny because we destroy the chair, and it's just a bad performance. Terry is a monster, but he's a happy monster, right? There you go. Charles, super good speech. Super good speech. And Kroll, I gotta say, I like the Kroll show. I didn't watch him in a lot of stuff. I didn't watch Big Mouth. I didn't watch a lot of things that he's in. But I did watch Kroll show because I thought it was funny. My favorite Kroll show sketch, Publicity, which is really good. Publicity is the shizzle. If you don't know what publicity is, you're missing out. Trust me. So this is turn 17 out of. No, let's go. Old is almost done. Old is almost done. So we're gonna do these. I have to upgrade these. I love the tower. I love me some towers. Okay, next on the list. Jake makes a ton of reference between Die Hard, and apparently Die Hard is the best cop movie that it is. Here's where I do it coming out. I have never watched Die Hard. Not the first one, not the second one, not the third one, and the fourth one. I know I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud. I call myself a connoisseur of modern art, but I never saw Die Hard. I'm a fraud. So this is super funny because this will give the ID to Kroll. Jake's like, fuck you, Kroll. We're not gonna go down. Right now we're hostage. We're no more hostages. We're having you guys hostage. So now you don't want us pizza. And this is also a funny moment because Charles like, oh, I wanted my pizza a special way. Otherwise it's gonna be soggy. And then Jake's like, sure. And then Charles gets a pizza, but it's soggy. It's like, did it play us all along, Jake? It's a trap. Which was really, really funny. They go in and they destroyed everybody except for Mr. Kroll, which is super cool. I have learned what a blondie is today. And again, old trying to get Gina to be discredited, which is sad. But there's a really good ending for that. The only one left is Jake. And apparently in Die Hard, what he does is he pretends like he's surrendering, and then he has a gun taped to his back. He takes the gun and pow, you know. So Kroll does that to Jake, and Jake's like, "Oh my God, I've been McCained," which is possibly the name of the main character in Die Hard. I don't know. I know it's Bruce Willis though. I know. I think it's Bruce Willis, and I think there's Keanu Reeves, but I'm not sure. Kroll's pretty badass in this one. So Kit Kroll says you're not invited next year if you guys are douchebags, which is not him the douchebag. It's not them the douchebag, it's him. I want to apologize to Gina, and this is a great ending. He's like, you know what? The test was wrong. But it wasn't wrong about you, it was wrong about me. I've been a shitty leader and I apologize for that. So I gotta say, this is the nicest way to save the situation they could have thought about. So shout out to the writer of B99, or for a couple of people, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. In that episode, which is pretty cool, huh? I know, and that's what I said. Yeah, so we have the next one, which is the Wednesday incident, which is possibly one of my favorite, if not my favorite episode of the whole season. Not the whole show, the whole season. Why? Because we got my dearly beloved Kevin. You see, I gotta say, I think I prefer Kevin to... No, I was gonna say I prefer Kevin to Alt. I don't know, Kevin is so cool. I would trade Kevin with fuck. I would trade Kevin with so many people. Now the question is to who? And the answer is I will not say. I will not say. Which is kind of cool. There's also a really cool scene with Rosa and Amy that I didn't mention because I mentioned before, where Rosa tells Amy, like, listen, me and Marcus is getting serious, I want to meet my parents. And I just wish there was more of those moments because it's a moment of friendship between Rosa and Amy, and we don't see that enough, which for some reason, I don't know why, but we don't see that enough. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Pretty good, huh? Thank you. Cool. Old is very pissed off, and we don't know why. So he gets into a argument with everybody. It's like, yo, clean your desk. Bolt is being pissed off. So Jake is like, yo, he calls the whole precinct. It's like, hey, how come Old is in a bad mood? And what I love here, douchebag honking for no reason. What I love here is your boss is mad at you. So your first reaction is, let's all leave work. Let's all go hide and not work. And let's talk about it. No, dude, you work and you hope it passes. But hey, what do I know? I'm only a blue-collar French Canadian. So people think that it's Jake that is something because Jake wanted to celebrate, so he brought some cider, which is called the Wednesday Essence. I love this. You take some champagne and then you pick up the sparkler, which is super funny. yeah, okay. So Charles, so also like no overtime, which is important because a lot of the cops are doing overtime. I guess, I don't know again. So Charles like, yo, I did the biggest arrest of my life, which is a bank robbery. And then the bank robbery is a old man, which is a pretty funny scene because the whole time people hate on Charles because like you arrested a poor old man that's kind of dementia, like that is kind of I don't know what Charles. It's, what she calls somebody that's at what that has dementia. But it doesn't. It's actually really there and playing a role, right? It'll tell Amy or remind me of my granddaughter. And the funniest thing is, the funniest thing is when she left. She's like, "You know what I'm gonna spend my money on? Hookers." And then, huh? I love that. And then he laughed. You know what I thought this was a very popular artist or actor. And he basically tells Charles, yes, listen, I still look for the bank. Jake is trying to get old to see, hey, what's wrong? Is there trouble at home? So this is kind of the best part. We know, and why is this the best part? Because it's just brilliant writing. We know Jake and Gina knew each other from the past. So apparently Jake was the reason that Gina got the job in the precinct. So when Jake got a job for Gina, Gina said, I owe you one. And Jake is like, no, I kept it. Now, time to pay back biatch. It doesn't say biatch, but I would have added biatch myself, you know? I think it's more, no, she's an icon, so. But still, I feel like it's a bit more friend from a long time. Gina, we learned that she's the favorite of Kevin and Oates because when she goes home, everybody from workplace are getting called from their family name. But Gina is Gina versus Mrs. Lanetti, which I love. I absolutely love. Kevin is a doll. Again. So then Jake asks Kevin if there's problem at home, and then Kevin's like, I don't know. He had some plain toasts. This is his good mood breakfast. Like everybody's like, okay. What they do is they retrace the steps, which is cool because it shows they care for Oates. See, I'm not gonna be a dick, but there's some people in the precinct that was saying, hey, you know, overtime, and Jake's kind of the only one that says, no. I want to figure it out. I want to figure out why my boss is mad. And this is super sad. There's an episode that made me almost cry. Is Jake and his real father. And this is later on today. We're gonna do it today. Jake and his father. His father's an asshole. And then you got Old that comes in and he's a good dad to Jake. So I had to play it out. I had to say it. Okay, next on the list. We have Jake very pissed. We talk about what he's done. This is super cool. that made me really happy. Because yeah, like I told you. So you go in. And this is the good. This is super fucking funny because it goes to the coffee shop, and Old goes to the coffee shop a lot. And then what happened is the waitress, she's like, oh my god, this is one of the best episodes from Kevin and Old. I just love them. They're the gay that I ever needed. And a wonderful dad, I have to say. But it's just wonderful. One of my favorite episodes. I'm gonna get I could do energy drinks. Should I do energy drinks? Cause I'm kind of thirsty. You had an appointment tomorrow. You know what? There's no day like the present. And fuck the rest. Energy drink it is. I was thirsty too. White peach Zoa. White peach Zoa. So cool thing here. What am I saying? Really cool thing here. Charles, this is the second time that he's trying to establish himself as a more of a serious character. And not just a puppy behind Jake. And I gotta say, I kind of like it. So last episode we had Charles, who had some leadership ability to gather the morale, gather the troops, right? It's cool. Charles has got a big guy. This guy, although old and senile, I'm sorry, still stole from 3 banks, so that's huge. We got something to drink, but I didn't. Ah, Inky, you beloved summer's child. Is it better? It's much better. The sunset tonight is not that pretty, but we love it. We love it. It's lovely. Of course, we're gonna be playing some The Tower. I don't know what to do. No, doing the same time for more than 100 hours. Okay, next on the list. Oh yeah, I'll go to the coffee shop. And he talks to the waitress. And the waitress like, oh, you're Jake. And then she's like, and she's kind of cute too. And this is an item in the show. They make this the greatest comedy show. I have to talk about something. Side note, okay? I've been doing a note a lot lately, but I have to do a side note. And this one is important. The last one you can skip. This one is important. The reason why I didn't realize or remember just how good Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the first time I watched it after The Office. So it was funny, but I was doing 18th season of a similar show. The second reason is I was watching it at work, not really enjoying it. Third reason is the 2 times that I watched it, I didn't wait enough. I had things to do that. So I had a tendency to do, oh, let's rewatch a game, let's replay a game, let's rewatch a show. When I shortly after I finished it, right? I have a hard time let it go. Let it go, right? So yeah, so with that being said, I just felt the need to talk about it because Brooklyn Nine-Nine is such a good show. Such a good show. So she goes in and she talks about Jake's like, oh, it's not normal to act that way when you're at your age. And the most beautiful thing out of that is Jake asks that is are you single? Wasn't a good moment because that established that okay, well, Sophia is over. Last episode, not 2 episodes ago, not 4 episodes ago, we established that Jake wishes Sophia calls him back. This episode, not next episode, this episode, he's looking for someone that's single. This is really important and really cool. So then she tells it in order, which is toast and whatever. And this is super fucking funny because oh my god, the next scene is even better. Because they said it's a boring breakfast, but like Kevin's like, oh, this is very good mood breakfast. Now here it is. Jake goes in, and this is my favorite scene ever. So they go in for painting, and he asks what is old painting, and then the guy says old he's getting this gray rock, and this is so freaking nice, because this is my Dundee, okay? Wow, this show wow. So at the end of the episode, because they saw the situation, Kevin gives a gift to 2 people, to Jake and Gina. By the way, now it's Lenny because he's mad at her. But at the end of the show, she gets back to being Gina. So yes, so he gives 2 paintings of a rock, and no, wait. Jake received number 300 something, and then Jake said, "You guys did 300 painting of these. You guys are fun." Sorry. This is super nice. Old is still pissed. We learn why. Look at this. Terry says to catch another new level of anger, and look at what it is. Nice. I love this. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Gina is able to pull through her connection versus the assistant. The assistant apparently have a secret assembly. They don't say it's secret, but I want to say it's secret. Again, when we're looking here, what are we doing? Make sure that you're recording. Which you are. Thank you so much, darling. Hey there, Delilah. Zola. So, the thing. Doing so much. There's day when I'm exhausted, to be honest. So yeah, so there's a secret association. It's not secret, but I like to say it's secret. Of Gina and all the other bosses. And then we learned that Old was supposed to go to his fencing appointment. But then, and this is this is so cool. Because we learned that Old didn't go to fencing appointment. Kevin is hurt because his husband lied to him. Didn't go to the fencing appointment. And to him, this is the first time that Old lies to him. Now, technically speaking, Old has a very good reason, but you'll see why. So basically, we have. So Jake puts himself in the shoes of Captain Old. I have to say, Jake. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. No, I love this. I just love this. So Terry, and this is what I love here. It's different people doing different things. So Bolt is there's the water. Terry is like, okay, well, Bolt is in a bad mood. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna help him fix it. By making sure that nothing else is out of the mood, right? It's gonna pass. Just like, no, let's confront him. And I gotta say, I don't know what I would do. I think I'm more of a Terry kind of guy when it comes to this. Mostly predicting. If you were wondering, of course, and you were wondering, right? Cool, me too. Same thing. Cool. No. Doi. I don't know what doi means, again. So, Scully and Hitchcock take a cheese flare to have some oatmeal, and then he is really pissed. Old is really pissed because he cuts them. Yeah, so what happened is Old was mugged because 3 people tried to steal from him. What happened is he ended up beating them one by one. Why was he hiding? What was he lying for? Because he got stabbed. Could have passed away. So he said, I don't know what's wrong with me. I shouldn't have acted like I was impulsive. And I regret my action. So it's not anger, it's shame. Then it's not because Raymond didn't tell him everything. This is super cool. So he gets pissed in the elevator, which is insane because it's super icy. Fun fact is, I stopped watching here yesterday. Gina gives an idea to Jake to be able to do. This is so good. There you go. Peralta, you're genius. And this is super cool because when Jake was trying to imitate, what he says here is very sentimental, it's very nice, it's a very cool scene. Old says, like, listen, I was ashamed of what I did. I could have gotten badly injured. It was a stupid mistake. I didn't want to worry my husband, so I had to lie to him, and I felt bad about lying to him. And I was angry at myself, but I took it out on the squad. Is basically what he's saying. The coolest moment isn't that. The coolest moment is he's basically saying, like, how can I put this? This is him putting value on Peralta. And this time where he, yes, complimented Peralta, but Peralta was always more of a product, a passion product, you know. So he's like, and when Peralta was copying Holt, he said, Peralta, you're a genius, and then he says it. So Jake is all messed up. So Kevin goes in, and the first thing he says is Peralta and Gina. So what I mean is she's back on first name basic, which is amazing. Look. Yeah. Amazing show. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna make another part after that, don't worry. And that is when we say goodbye. I'll see you in a couple minutes with episode 17. Today, by the way, before you leave, because you stayed for 10 minutes, so I'm grateful of the time. It's gonna be 17, 18, 19. Wow. How many episodes left? Wow. My apologies. I'm a madman because I think I'm gonna be able to do it. My apologies. My apologies. People say I don't apologize enough. Well, you didn't see my videos. Please. And 100, that's not enough. Aha. You can go screw yourself. I do not care. I don't owe you anything. 2.1. This is horrible. Shit, I'm out. Shit, la merde, bro.